Hi, everybody. This is Gary Dema, Sentiment Timing, and this is our technical video report for Tuesday, July 15th, 2025. So, this is the chart that I put out in the morning notes today. And I said, even with the move up, I said, we're still trading within this bear flag right here. And I said, as long as it doesn't break out of it, if it holds this channel and breaks it, then we're going to, it's going to be a little bit of a bearish view on it. And this is for the ES. And you can see we stayed within it the whole day. We ended up coming back down to the bottom of it. If it breaks, we could see actually a pop back up to make some kind of head and shoulders pattern. And the reason why I'm showing you the ES and I'm going to show you the Russells, because this is something I sent out. This was June 5th. I put this out. So what this is showing was an inverted head and shoulders pattern for the and again, this is for the Russell 2000. And what it was pointing to was an upside target up at the, you know what, I don't think this was June 12th. I think that may have just been where my cursor was, because this, I think we put it out, it was just like last week or something. Yeah, it doesn't really make a whole lot of sense that it was all the way back down here. But in any case, this is the pattern that I pointed out. I said it was an inverted head and shoulders, and this was going to be the upside target as long as it breaks through it. And if we go back and take a look at the Russell 2000 here, you can see it made it 2 points from that target. And the reason why I'm showing you, because I pointed this out today in the trading room, was that the Russell 2000, the futures look like they're trading within a head and shoulders pattern. So here you can see it's the left shoulder, here's the head, here's the right. Say this is the neckline. Now we could, if we're going to get really technical with it, we can say that the neckline is actually right here. That's a better way to do it anyway, because that's what it is. So if we take that and say it already broke through the neckline, which we just need to break through here, the downside target that we're looking at is going to be somewhere down at the 2144, which is a pretty good number of points below where we are right now. So I'm not sure this plays out, but right now this is something I'm looking at. And if we could break through this 2213 on the Russell, the futures, then we got to respect it. We'll probably get some bounces along the way, but this would be the downside target, 2144. And, again, we're looking at, a pretty good a number of points that are below it, almost 60. We still have another 60-something points, to say 65 in that range there. I don't want to do the math. So that's what that means for IWM is that's going to, hang on one second. Okay, so with IWM, you can see that it's pointing to a move all the way down to the 210.68. So again, if when you're looking at these kind of patterns, unless they fix themselves, we may have had some kind of intermediate top that just happened today. And when you look at what the S&P did, where we had a pretty decent. I'm sorry, that's a short-term chart. So we had a really, really big spike up all the way to the 6,300 trigger, and from there it was pretty much all selling it. Now this wasn't as bad as IWM, because if we just take a look at the shorter-term chart here. You can see it had this big gap up, and they had very little bounces the whole way. So when we started coming down, excuse me, and we got into this right near this 22 level, and then we came up, and I really thought this is where we were going to make a low. And when we came up, I had I had taken a 223 call, 222 put, and the trade was under $1. I think it was somewhere around 88 cents in that range. And so the call side obviously expired worthless, but you have the put side that was worth $3.20. So the $1, say just round it up, $1 trade that we made was worth $3.20 at the end. So it worked out pretty good. But another reason why I'm showing you this is because I've been really, really bullish on the IWM when the market is heading up, because it's just outperformed. But now today it got absolutely walloped, and when you look, it was down almost 2% today, and when we look at the S&P, it was only down not even 0.5%. So it was definitely an assault on the small caps, and if it breaks through that head and shoulders pattern, then we could be, looking at a move going much lower. And I don't believe that we're going to see the small caps heading down hard as the S&P is heading up. So this may be important. We have to wait and see. We got to wait for this support level to get broken. But more important is really going to be, you can see we stop right near the 200-day moving average on the 15-minute chart. So if that gets taken out, the next target we're going to be looking at is going to be down at the 6100 level. And you can see it would close a gap as well. We have some support at 6050, which is really the important support. But if we just move this, I think right here is, I think, going to be the make or break, the 6150, because the 200-day moving average will probably get up there. And if they lose that, then we just go to the daily chart. I'm sorry, hang on one second. Okay, so if we look at the daily, if we take out this, this 6113 level, then, we're looking at another 100-point drop down to this support right here, which is right at that 6054. But more importantly, we have the 50-day moving average that's at 6030. And as I've been saying, I still believe we're going to see a move come somewhere down into the 5786. Now, again, nothing really of importance broke today as far as support, but we're getting close to levels where we keep hitting this, this thing, and think of it like a sheet of ice. And, the more you jump on this, it's going to crack. And when it does, that's when it's going to go down hard. So if I don't have these fib numbers, oh, I do. Okay. So fib wise, we have the 6239. Below here, we're looking at 6222, and that would be really the line in the sand for the bulls, because then we're looking at a full retracement of the 6200 level, which I said this will be the first support level that would need to give out to see the next support level come into play, which would be that 6150, and then below that the 600. So if the bulls can get it back above the, I would say right around here, let me just get this. Okay, so if the bulls can get above the 6272, then this was just a quick washout, and we're probably heading back higher again. But like I said, a lot of the bearish divergences and the sell signals have been ignored, and it happens. When you got momentum going on your side, especially when you have a carry trade behind you, it's, you can see these things get ignored, but eventually the carry trade is going to work itself off, because we don't have interest rates at zero right now. Even if they cut a little bit, they're still, if they're taking, borrowing money at 1%, they need to be making more of it on their reinvestment. And, if the market's not going to do it, that can quickly evaporate. And that's when, you get panic sell-offs. But nothing's really happened just yet. I think if this 6240 gets taken out, this will be a little bit of a mini sell-off down to the 6222, and then more importantly the 6200. And again, if the bulls can get it back above the 6272, then this is probably just a quick washout. Or maybe what they're going to be doing is, this is going to be the left shoulder, this is going to be the right shoulder, and we're going to pop up, or this will be the right shoulder. There's a number of ways to look at it, but if we got a bounce, it still can be drawn as bearish. But right now, I'm not really concerned with either whether it's bullish or bearish, because I just want to see where support levels or end up holding or not holding. So we had another really good day for the fund. It was actually, believe it or not, it was just kind of hovering up like 1,000, but I was in a straddle trade with the S&P, and this move right here just launched us into a nice profitable day. So it was another good one. We're going to keep it going with it, and with that, let's see what plays out tomorrow. Have a great night, and I'll talk to you guys in the morning.